Welcome to your weekly doses of fantasy battles in 9th Age from Bavaria. A report from my third game from the 14 CR9 UB tourney. I play the Dwarven Holds list. Basically 3 characters, 2 mighty Dwarven fighters and 1 BSB with a rune of denial to dispel spells and a great weapon to do some lifting, 2 big blocks of clan warriors and some shooters, some miners, 1 shooting, 1 not, and 2 steam copters for chaffing and shooting. I play against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters, 1 big minotaur unit, basically 3 units, a chariot unit, 1 in close combat, almost not killable soothsayer, and a minotaur warlord which basically at least eats 1 of my kings alive. The second one I'm not sure, but I think he'll kill him too. Not a good sync match for me. I totally misinterpreted it and I was happy playing. I thought I'll squash him. Well, he squashed me, but let's see how that happened. That's the end game. Let's start with the beginning. I did lock him out of this part, so he can't do tricks around the hill. One of the few good moves I did. So was outlocked here. I did scout in here, prepared to Vanguard in, Vanguard here, mistakes. Strong angling here, should have angled in a way that he is not able to so easily move this giant into my flank. And or at least threaten with the king the positions from where he could go into my flank far better. I should have put 1 unit to sit here to basically fortify that edge, or I could possibly even position both units here, or 1 unit here and 1 unit facing in this direction, and this unit should have been far more back so that when I use my reform possibility as a rune of readiness, I will suddenly become steadfast and not still be mostly within the forest. Bad things I did. Here you see my position after my Vanguard, like here to protect that side, and my Vanguard here to be able to do some counters. Bad execution. I think I block myself here and don't really threaten anything with this one. Here far away to any threatening position. Bad move. Here he will flank charge and he pushes. He had a +1 resilience on that unit. I decided to chaff his giant with my king. Here I did not reform because I somehow thought that I will stand his initial hit thing and then reform and then kill him with my king. No, far too few rolls to keep this rank alive. And here I shoot on this unit, I kill like 6 has points. I think normally it would be 7 or 8, and if I use my rune of denial to dispel that spell, it would be like 12. So that my minotaur unit would basically be non-existent or not taking part in the game anymore. Or giving points at the end of the game. But I did chaff, did threaten a bit here. He went in, Gortrak went in, I reformed here. This giant will go in and he will squash that unit. I will fail my test and I will run down. So I won't be able to counter with this unit. Or at least not counter. What's it after the turn? He did overrun a bit, staying here. Did move away. We're still fighting. I did 5 has point to him with my king and the unit, but he has got 6. I did pass my test, as it would. Correct thing would have been to charge here. I've got hatred, I would have strength 6 on the charge. I charge these ones, because they're still threatening. That's a good decision, at least, or somehow good. Really troubled how to save this unit against all that stuff. My miners arrive. Correct thing would have been to either position 1 unit, minor shooting unit here and shoot on them. Try to panic them, or to position here, shoot on this one, trying to make sure that he will start combat with quite some wounds on, and to reform this unit and this direction, being able to stand and shoot here and use my mighty great weapons. Well, that's not what I did. You'll see what I did. I reform first in this direction to shoot here. I reform here to be able to do a stand and shoot here. So he will be able to charge here. See my shooting minus go to here to try to shoot him. Yeah. And yes, I was able to beat the Minotaurs up, make them flee, reform to threaten here. So after my chuffing, I would be able to do some stuff. Oh yes, this one somehow tries to chuff them, but why? It would have been so many combat resolution points for me if they go in. Here's that unit that failed a para test on a 10. This one that failed a terror test on a 9. Went in my back, where this unit flank charges. So now 3 giant makes 3 direction flank charges. The Minotaur Lord front charges. What happened? This unit will die, including my king. King won't do a single wound on the Minotaur because he's dead before he swings the decision. Here I do like 1 or 2 wounds and facing wrong direction do, wrong decision. And in my turn I did put 2 wounds on that giant through shooting. The next turn, I died, was caught. Here I'm still blocking. And he did charge only with the character and starts threatening here. My thing will be then was to charge the chariots, make them flee. They will leave the battlefield soon. Another thing I should have done this turn, move those one a little bit to be able to shoot on him. Yes, this one did turn around, but won't help them. They get crushed. Giant charges. Loses 2 wounds on stand and shoot. Shooting before might have been helpful. I don't know if he would charge with 4 wounds on. And if I put another 2 on it, it would have been at least some points. Well, I fail my fear test. I've got hatred against him, but I do no single wound. So, attack copter and my king holds the front. Bad news for my king. There are 2 Cyclops. I know, Cyclops never hit an aim. Those 2 Cyclops didn't know. They shot him. After my turn, only my attack copter is alive. And I believe my opponent, that his whole army will be able to do the one last wound from my attack copter. So I'm batting fast and hard. Quite a lot of things to learn from. Make sure you've got your flanks covered. Make sure to think through where charging and shooting is better. Make sure that you use your dispel possibilities as long as you have them and the right possibilities. Checking opponent magic. Don't going into the game like, oh, I'll squash it. Quite a lot of bad decisions from my side. Good player on my side. 0-20 for me. All I got was a Gortach and the chariots. What he got was everything. I'm planning to at least score 1 point more in my next game. But in this, okay. Thank you for listening and watching my analysis. If you see other things I could have done better, more of my mistakes, please add some in the comments below. I'll try to make less in the next games. If you enjoyed this episode, please recommend it to your friends, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Your feedback, suggestions and proposals of topics make us able to better meet your needs and wants. So please feel free to comment.